Hey, hey. Welcome to the Illuminator with his Saturday Night Live stream. We're here live. It's, I guess it's around 1:45 in the morning, Saturday, February 17th, 2018, into early Sunday morning, February 18th. And we're going to see if anyone wants to come over and talk, have some fun, no big whoop. Let's see what happens. I'm sitting on this pillow and that's making me all lopsided. But we'll have a good time. We'll have some fun, have a good time. And see what's shaking. We'll just have a good time. I'm so warm. I have the actual ceiling fan on winter mode just to circulate the air a little bit. Paula, Fat Gaming, welcome. And your first, once again, I think you were first last week too. Welcome. Glad you came in. Even if it's just to hit that like button, I'm glad you did. Hope you're having a great night, a great day. I think you're about 5 hours ahead of me, probably, if you're still in England. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But thanks for being here. You're always welcome. I love your channel. And I'll be visiting again soon. Gotta keep my glasses a little bit down my nose just to be able to read. Because I am tired, and plus I wear glasses anyway, but... it's morning, she says. Paula, Fat Gaming says, it's morning, haven't slept yet. Yes, I'm from England, thank you. Yes, well, it's good to know that I have friends in the motherland. Stingray, 1975, what are you doing up? It's late, brother. How are you? Good to see you here, always. My regular Saturday night live stream, I seem like I can't get these done on Saturday night. It should be the early Sunday morning live stream, but I tell people I'm going to stream on Saturday night, so I always try to do it. I think I might have missed one Saturday since I started on this YouTube thing, but look at my hair all sticking up over here. It's been that kind of a day. I probably look like death warmed over. I just shoveled outside. We actually, in the middle of this small little snowstorm that already dropped about 4 inches of snow, but I already shoveled a little bit. And I went crazy out there, a little bit too fast. For being 43 years old, I should have taken my time, but I wanted to get it done. So it's a little bit less tomorrow, but over the next 4 or 5 hours, it's going to continue to snow and drop another 2 or 3 inches on top of that. And I've had it with the snow. I keep saying I've had it. But it's going to warm up for the next 3-4 days after this, so it's not going to be around long, hopefully. Oops. I went to go and see and scroll, using my finger to scroll, and I hit I got my phone on the tripod, the little tripod I'm holding, and I just gave it a left hook, I think. Stingray says, it is late. Claude woke me up. Your cat's beautiful. Iota, your tuxedo cat is absolutely beautiful. He's bouncing off the walls, acting like a 25-pound kid. Let me tell you, cats, it's their waking hour. My cats run around, especially between midnight and 3. They don't stop. It's rainy, cold, and crappy here, Stingray says. Yeah, it's same here. That's the cats on the wood floor, of course. Running like we're back and forth. Rusty Faith, welcome. Good to see you, brother. Glad you're here. Come on, guys. What are you doing? These cats. Oh. It's like, you go out for a little bit, you come back, and it's like, oh, there's somebody in the house. I slept while you were gone. Now I'm going to be wide awake and bothering you. But I couldn't live without. I mean, I'm a big animal lover, but I've lived with cats all my life. I love them, but they want to sleep all day and sing all night. My male. Oh, God. It's crazy. Ruby, welcome. Good to see you. Howdy. Howdy, partner. Howdy, young lady. What are you doing up this late at night? Good to see everyone here. Hope everyone had a great Saturday. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday, like Paula, over there in the motherland, in England. Paula is an absolute wonderful gamer. She plays, and she's good at it. And not enough girl gamers out there, as far as I know. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, as far as I know. Yeah, what do I know, right? What does the loom know? Eat the loom, the fruit of the loom. Let's get down and dirty with the loom. See, because around here, the nice dirt is called the loom. So we're going to get down and dirty with the loom. These cats, I'm going to kill them. They scare the heck out of me sometimes. You know, you think that something's falling. It's just them running. The loom had that kind of a day. He's just looking around, every noise he hears. And then the snow on top of that. Oh. Ruby says, my cat is sneaking in places they're prohibited. Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm crocheting and listening to the rain. Yeah, over here it's snowing. Like, just enough to make it miserable. We got about 4 inches already since started around 8 o'clock at night over here. It's almost 2 in the morning. We got about 4 inches so far, but it's still going. Stingray says, Claude is really quiet. He rarely meows, and you never hear him purr unless you put your ear next to his chest. Yeah, my mother's cat, he's about 1.5 years now, her youngest cat, and I don't think I've ever heard him purr. I mean, you can pet him and he loves it and he's great and all that, but I've never heard him purr except when I guess it's a kind of a purr, the trill that he does when he sees me and I'm not giving him attention. When I go over there and he's really attached to me, so he meows like crazy. When he sees me, he jumps on the table and he does this. He does like a breathing purr trill type thing, and that's the only thing really. Stealth cat, Stingray says, yeah, your cat is like stealth cat. You better watch out while you're sleeping. They might steal your breath or something. Claude is like James Bond 2007. 2007. It's okay, 007. Why do I bother wearing glasses? I still can't read. I'm too tired. Oh, it's tough to get old, Sting. I can't. Oh, someone wrote. I gotta put them back on. I'm blind. Oh my, Ruby says. When is it supposed to stop? They said the snow was going to go from about 8 at night to 7 in the morning. Roughly, if you can believe these meteorologists, these weathermen. Honestly, they're expecting probably another 4 inches to drop. I hope not, but we could get about 8 inches by the time. But tomorrow is going to be in the 40s. I should say Sunday is going to be in the 40s. And it's supposed to get up to 60 on Monday for us here. 65 on Tuesday. I will love it. I'll believe it when I see it, but this winter has been ups and downs. Right around Christmas, we had 2 weeks of like, I got up to 17, I think, one day out of 2 weeks, and it was freezing. And after that, it's been up and down with these cold days, warm days, cold days, but we haven't hit 60 since like November, so we hit 55, I think, day before yesterday, so that was really cool. Yeah, Stingray says, so glad we're not getting snow. It depends on the area. Like the last storm, we got all rain over here in southern New England. Rhode Island, Massachusetts border, we got all rain. And I think Pennsylvania and parts of New York, like lower New York, not upstate New York, I mean like lower New York, south from where I am, they got hit with like 8 inches of snow, and we just got tons of rain. And I was like, whoa, we dodged a bullet there, but we're going to end up paying because it's going to be the opposite, and that's how it is. Now it's our turn in the barrel. That's all right. What are you going to do? I keep saying, you know what, yeah, we'll get 8 inches of snow, and some of it's going to melt away Sunday, and then everything else is going to melt away between Monday and Tuesday. There's no way. Oh, I left my computer on. It makes a ton of noise. I got to open it up and use that spray air and blow all the dust out of it, and then it stops making noise. I just haven't done it. Just got to do it. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. I can change if I want to. Maybe. Hey, Sally had the best live stream ever today. Saturday is bad for me to get on. You would think me being off, not being at work, I can start doing a lot of YouTube stuff. And today, between the shopping and everything else, I wasn't on anybody's live streams. I didn't get to see anybody's videos. Not really, anyway. I tried to jump here and there, but it's just, you know, I get 2 days off a week, and I end up just trying to get everything done, and it's just impossible. But Sally, the live stream that Sally did last night, I was on parts of that, especially near the end, and after I was with coworkers, and we were doing this project, so I couldn't, like at work, I could just keep YouTube on, and you know, it's on. I'm a janitor, so I could keep it right on my cart and do things and be listening and just join in here and there, but when I'm with coworkers, I couldn't do that. And then by the time everyone left and I got back to my area, my building, it was the end of hers, and that was great. She's really great at it, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to do anything with hers today, but I missed out. But that's okay. Ruby says, I believe it's nationwide, the crazy weather. It is. It's all over. This Arctic freeze that comes through, and then it's just horrible. Rain 5 days, 1 day 70, next 36. Yeah, like, Yesterday, it got up to 50, and then it was 25 at night. I'm leaving work, it's 25. That's the story of the way things are around here, unfortunately. You know, right now I think it's something like 32 degrees, so it's a very wet snow. Very wet snow. Me shoveling was like, I could have made Frosty the Snowman 10 times over out there. Just the snow was so wet. This is the snow for snowmen, snowballs, all that. The last snowstorm we got about 3-4 inches, and it was powder. It was beautiful to have to, you could just take it off your driveway with a broom. It was wonderful. But not this. This is heavy and wet, and I hope it disappears fast with this warm weather coming. But yeah. Yeah, what are you gonna do? I wonder if anyone else is gonna join here. I know it's kind of, I mean, it's late for us over here on the East Coast, but it's still kind of early out on the West Coast. But Saturday night, people do things. Paula was here, and Paula is a friend of mine from YouTube that has a channel. She plays video games, and she live streams that. She's out in England. It's the wee hours of the morning over there. It's like 7 a.m. over there, and she was up all night gaming. I'm a gamer from way back, but I mean, I'm 43, so I did video games during the 80s and 90s with my, you know, nothing. We didn't have the internet or all that other stuff. I mean, we just played video games because we were kids and in my early 20s and stuff, but, you know, nowadays, video games keep people young. They keep people from growing up because everyone just, you know, if they do have a job, they work, and then they forget to eat, sleep, and everything because they're on video gaming online for hours on end. You see some of these live streams that go on 5-6 hours. A buddy of mine, I mean, he works a full-time job, and then he games for 6 or 7 hours, and then he sleeps a few hours, and then right back to work, and oh, goodness. Goodness, you know? My dad, he always used to say, you know, I by the time I was 25, had already lived in a house, bought a house, and then sold that. I was already in my second house by the time I was 25, a bigger house. Nowadays, people, they live at home until they're 30, 35 before they even move out. Cat's meowing. I'm just going to put this down so I can, that computer, it bugs me. It makes so much noise. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I'm just going to go and, of course, this is all crooked now from me hitting it. I'm just going to put my computer in sleep mode or standby. Experiencing life missed. I think nowadays kids, they don't understand what they're missing because with, hey, Father Time, welcome, good to see you. Yeah, these late night live streams I've been doing on Saturday night. I just can't seem to get on YouTube any earlier, but thanks for showing up, I appreciate it. These kids don't, I mean, I can remember even 5 years ago, I had tons of energy. Now at 43, I wish I had some of that energy. Some of these kids, I think, are going to someday wake up and they're 40 years old and going to say, oh my goodness, I don't have, where did all the time go? I mean, you miss out on a family, a marriage, girlfriends, all that sometimes. Excuse me, I'm just going to shut my computer off. Give me 2 seconds here. Bugging the heck out of me. Come on. Where's that button? This noise back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh. Oh, goodness. I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. It's gonna, I put it in sleep mode. I can turn it back on later if continue what I was doing. Most of what I do online is like most people, when you have a smartphone, you just try to do everything online as much as possible. I don't know if Stingray's still here. He might be Father Time. I'm not sure. He hasn't typed in a while, but if it might be just the three of us. If Stingray's still here, Ruby, she might be a night owl like me. I mean, I work second shift most of the time, so for me, it's really I try to stay on that second shift thing. So most nights I'll try to go to bed after 2, so this is par for the course, because if I try to go to bed earlier, then by the time I go back to work on Monday, forget it. It's really, I really think, for me, I start to drag halfway through the shift if I work second shift on a Monday. Yeah, it's... But I like live streaming, you know, I try different things. I've been doing Monday afternoons, 2:30 Eastern. I did Friday. I don't know, to do the 3 days in between without doing... I think I got to start doing something on a Wednesday, even if it's only a half hour. I like the live stream thing. I'm getting more comfortable with it. I wouldn't say I'm getting better at it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting better at it or just more comfortable. Probably just more comfortable, because I still just wing it. So, you know, I think I have to start doing something on a Wednesday, either a Wednesday night or a Wednesday afternoon. I'd feel more comfortable doing that, because just Monday afternoon, Friday afternoon, it was too big in between. I'll just wing it and see what happens. I usually try to promote those at least a few hours ahead of time. This I didn't promote. I don't promote the Saturday one usually. I don't think I ever did anyway, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here, and I could just see my eyes just... I can barely keep them open now, but I'm entertained with thank you. I mean, my video... I tried to make my regular video today entertaining, because I actually got out and did some vlogging while I was shopping, but... Hello, good morning, wild lit redhead kitty kitty. You must be new. I don't remember seeing you here, but welcome. You're always welcome. Thank you so much. If you're not subscribed to me, please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate. Maybe you are subscribed. I'm not saying you're not. If you're not, please subscribe. You're welcome here anytime. Just as my door's always open. Proverbial door is always open. Thank you for being here. Good morning. Yeah, my eyes are just... I'm tired, but I will try to do it. Yeah, I'll talk about my vlog today, the truth vlog. You're new and you just subbed now. Meow. Oh, very cool. I love play on words. If you watch my video today, my vlog today, that definitely, my cornball humor, that was definitely play on word stuff. I try to have some fun out there. I'm not a very fun guy when it comes to that. Life is too serious. I say this all the time. Life is too serious. I hope people can watch my videos and be entertained, maybe laugh a little bit, laugh with me or at me. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, I'm 300 pounds, so by all means, people are not always laughing with me, but I had a good time today. Went to Dollar General for the first time. It's just starting to creep up over here in southern New England, and the Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut area, and I think there's one in Providence, and went today to, I believe the one, I think it's Pawtucket, Rhode Island, was the one we went to today. Father Time, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. I had to actually go and re-upload it, because when I was editing it, I edited things out of sorts, and the ending was actually it was supposed to be at the end, and it was second to the end, so I had to go, after I had like 20 views on it, I had to take it down and re-upload it. So that's going to mess with my numbers a little bit, but it's alright. Hey, I'm not monetized. I'm brand new. I've been here, what, not even 2 months, almost 2 months. It'll be 2 months like on Wednesday. 8 weeks, no, 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 2 months, 60 days. My first video was December 23rd, so yeah. Hey, cool, look at that little emoji with the clock. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I try to be entertaining. That's my personality. This is, you know, what you see is what you get with me. This is how I am in life. I mean, if anybody was with me at work or whatever, they get the same person I am right now. Same person I am in my videos. That's just the way I am. Father Time says we have a lot of Dollar Generals where I live. I actually, up until today, I had never gone to one, so I thought it was like a Dollar Tree. And I know Dollar Tree is a dollar store where everything's a dollar. And I honestly didn't know it was not a dollar store. It's more like a Family Dollar where some things are $1, but there's things all different prices. Charlene, Indiana, Girl Slots. Hey, welcome. New fan of my channel. Thank you so much. I remember we recently added each other. Was it from the Green Bay Wacky? Was that where I met you somewhere just very, very recently? I know. I'm not Ruby. I'm not off Monday. I do have to go back to work. I'm off tomorrow. I usually have weekends off. Tomorrow, got to catch up on laundry like I usually do, so it doesn't get too backed up. I have a lot of clothes, but if I don't do laundry at least one day a week, then I feel like it's like I never get caught up. But yeah, I have to do laundry, clean house a little bit. Still got some stuff I've been going through stuff in the storage basement. I keep busy. Visit mom again. Keep busy. Try to catch some YouTube, of course, have it on in the background, stuff like that. But Charlene, Indiana Girl Slash says, yeah, I think it was. I'm trying to grow my channel. If anybody new that does, I say this once in a while on a live stream. I'm not sure the last time I said it, but I'm trying to grow my channel to a comfortable place. Not that I'm not looking to get monetized. I'm not looking to make this into a job. I want to have fun with it, but I want to reach as many people as I can. Stingray, welcome. I thought maybe you stepped out for a minute, but that's okay. This is the type of live stream I have. People can come and go. They can come in, stop, hit the like button, leave. They don't even have to talk. But for me, I try to just, I want to branch out and reach as many people as I can to say hi, to say, hey, you know, watch my channel, because it might take you away from the this is probably not a word, but the drudgedness of, it sounds like a word, I'm going to go with it. The drudgedness of real life is sometimes way too serious. So I think if people could just watch my videos and laugh a little bit, or be entertained, or be enlightened about something, or just, like Adam the Woo would say, live vicariously through my happiness. You know, seriously, I think it's just, if I can entertain people for a little bit, then I sleep better at night, because it's just a matter of, life is too serious and you have to laugh a little bit here and there. And I'd like to help people do that. So, I mean, if I can ever reach 1,000, I hit 500 subs not too long ago, a couple of days ago. I think I'm at 520 something, 530 now. I am trying to work towards it. It's not just happening. Not everyone finds me. I go and it's like I'm knocking on doors pretty much when it comes to YouTube. I go to people I haven't met, and I go watch videos, and I write something. I say, hey, I like your videos, and I don't really ask people to check me out, but it's almost like, because I watch them, they support and they watch me, and they sub me back, and everything. Not to use the word sub, I mean, but they go and take a look at me, and then you meet people that way. So I try to always meet new people, and that's my game plan, is to try to get. I just have to try to get to 1,000 would be great, not because of monetization. Now, it's going to be so long before I have 1,000 hours of watched. I mean, that's, but 1,000. I mean, right now my goal is 550. I try to do everything in 50, 550, 600. If I can do that, great. But not because of anything like I'm trying to make myself bigger because I got a big head. I mean, if I have a big head, it's because I'm 300 pounds. But you know, I just would like to meet new people and just have this whole place of happiness. I don't know, something like that. Real word by Illuminator. Yeah, I'm sorry, a little bit preachy there, but that's how I think. It's like, in real life, I have my coworkers, and they're like my friends at work, but I don't deal with too many people outside of work. It's just, I lost track of so many people, and Stingray says my goal is to stay underground. Just be careful if you're outside, the way that people have been crashing into your yard, you know, it's just 2 people in the same week or something. That's just, that's a little scary. I mean, I went back and watched the end earlier tonight. It was probably more like midnight. I went back and watched the end of that video, and it's like, goodness gracious. Low profile is good. You know, when I was 14, on my 14th birthday, my family moved up to New Hampshire, in a small little town in New Hampshire, and I left everything I knew behind for 6 years. A month before I turned 20, we moved back down to civilization. But by then, I had already graduated high school up there, and I never really connected with anybody else that I used to know from 9th grade down here and 8th grade down here, whatever. And lo and behold, you know, other than work friends, you know, and because of Facebook and stuff, you know, you get in touch with other people, but I've never been one to actually have too many friends that weren't where I worked. All the different places I worked, that's where I end up finding my friends. But YouTube is now a place where I can do things, even though I'm not doing them physically, but I can do things and still meet people and enjoy things, and you know how it is. I still like to go out once in a while, but, you know, friends, the real friends in real life, that they're hard to come by in my life. But Stingray says, every day somebody wrecks here. Stingray's Triangle of Doom. Yeah, be right back. No problem, Sting. I think with Stingray, the way people are, like, breaking down and just flying into his yard. He needs to put like a ramp up, or like Dukes of Hazzard style, or maybe get a job as a mechanic and go out there and just say, hey, you know, I can help you with that flat tire or something. Make some extra money in his retired days, since he retired so young. Ruby says, I understand. Our family moved 19 times by the time I was 18. Oh my god, I couldn't imagine. My family moved, well, when I was a baby. They lived in a couple of apartments. My father bought first house when I was 4. No, I'm sorry, I bought his first house when I was 3. Second after 2 years. It was a fixer-upper house and a small little thing. And after 2 years, when I just turned 5, was I just turned 5 or no? It was 2. I was 2.5. I forget. I was 2.5, almost 3. After a year and a half, he bought a bigger house, and then lived there for 10 years until we moved to New Hampshire for 6 years, and then a month before I turned 20, we moved back down here. So, you know, I mean, I moved around, but, you know, not as much as some people, but more than some other people. And then I bounced around after moving back here. I ended up getting my apartment lived there almost 13 years in Providence. And small apartment in a bad section of town, but it was near work. That was really one of the only good things about sometimes, well, for me anyway, I was like right on the cusp of an okay neighborhood compared to a not so okay neighborhood. And what was supposed to be a couple of years parlayed into almost 13, like 2 months shy of 13 years in this place. And then I bought a house, and now I'm in a house. So I moved a little over a year ago. And it's no comparison being in a house compared to an apartment for me, but oh my goodness, you know, I grew up, when I moved out of my parents' house the first time into the apartment, I grew up 10 years the first month. And being a homeowner, I feel like I grew up another 10 years the first month. You know, it's like, you know how to do something, you know, you click on YouTube and you find out how to change a doorknob, you know, because just in case people kept keys or whatever, you know, changed all the doorknobs. Never did it in my life. Because of YouTube, I did it. Other things, you know, you find out how to become a poor man's handyman because of YouTube. How to winterize a lawnmower, you find out because of YouTube. Little stuff like that. But yeah, it's very interesting, the life of the Illuminator. Life with JJ. Life with the Loom. But yeah, Stingray back. Hey, you missed my little speech, but no, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. I like the ducks and geese you have by you for all the times. Yeah, I live right, small little river. There's a river that is they call it the 10-mile river, I think, something like that. I think it's 10-mile river or something. That's an unofficial title, I'm sure. It probably has there's so many Indian name stuff over here, but this little river, it's about, I don't know, 30 feet wide. That goes winding all over the place, and then it lets out in this small pond. But we got these, especially in the winter, the Canadian geese, all winter long, in this neighborhood. Stop it, these cows! Why you gotta run when you hit the wood floor? Oh! I have so many toys too, but no, they play with each other. You know, chase, cat and mouse. But look at the Canadian geese, the mallards. They even used to be, yeah, go ahead. Chase them again. Then she wonders why he runs away from her. She's younger. No, he chases her that way. Anyway. In the summer, you have a few ducks that stick around. But there used to be what's called Muscovy ducks, which are bigger. They're almost like, they almost look like geese. They're so big. But they're more domestic. It's really cool, you know, that sometimes they even come around. They might have all passed away. I knew somebody who lived in this area, but I mean, you could go and you could pet them and everything. They're really domestic. Silvio Gamer Simulator Games. Hey, welcome. How are you? Thanks for being here. Thank you. Nice video, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Like today, I think a little bit more work went into today's because of the editing and everything that I did. But a lot of my videos, I try to do. If I don't have the time, I'll try to do it unedited. But I think those end up being sometimes a little bit more boring if I talk 2 minutes straight in a non-edited vlog. But I try to do an interesting one once in a while. I hope today's was a little bit interesting. Shopping at the Dollar General for the first time. But they just recently came here. Everyone does Dollar Tree. I mean, you look on YouTube and everybody and their brother does a Dollar Tree video. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm at Dollar Tree once a week, but I'm not going to do that. Everyone does that. My Dollar Tree in this neighborhood is small. I have to travel a little bit to get to a decent one. But this Dollar General, there's a couple of them around, so we went, and I was misinformed. I really was. I really thought it was a dollar store. It's more like a Family Dollar with all. But I mean, I was very impressed with the size and the amount of food items and stuff like that. You ever have cats, okay, and then you have these little throw rugs, and because they take off like, and then the rugs are always messed up, and you got to go fix them all the time. I got to get some more. I need to get some better stuff under the rug that will stop that from happening. These runners. These little rugs. Oh, it drives me up a wall. These cats, and then all of a sudden they'll be sleeping again. But yeah, anyway. Hope everyone had a great day. Great morning so far. I'm going to try to be on here as long as I can until I start yawning too much. Oh, I have my lemonade over here. It's not Mike's Hard Lemonade or anything like that, because I don't drink anymore, but this is my Kool-Aid sugar-free lemonade made with aspartame, so I'm sure, even though I don't drink anymore, this aspartame will probably kill me a lot faster than alcohol ever would have. But me with my Jurassic World cup, I believe this came from Dollar Tree at some point within the last year. One thing about this house, just like my apartment, there's not enough cabinets. Drives me up a wall where I look at some people have houses and they have like 14 cabinets, you know, and I have the 2 under the sink and the 2 above and 2 other ones, and that's it. It's like, but you can't put, I mean, under the sink, that's all the cleaning supplies. And then you have one for the glasses and the mugs and the other one for the dishes and pots and pans and other stuff in the other, and that's it. And I'm one of these guys that has, like, you know, a million containers, too, for all different sizes, shapes, and I never part with anything. I eventually do, like, once the Chinese food, we get these plastic containers that the Chinese food comes in some of these places, that, you know, you could save them and reuse them. Eventually, I end up throwing so many away because, you know, there's certain times where I'll get Chinese food and they just pile up, pile up, pile up. I'm trying to go 2 weeks without Chinese food. It's the stuff that I order is not healthy, so it's very bad for me, and I want to lose weight, so I'm trying to go 2 weeks. Now, it's been 8 days as of today since I bought Chinese food. So for me, that's a victory. That's a victory going any longer than 5 days without, I mean, around here there's a Chinese, I say this a lot too. Around here, it seems like every corner, when you have, not residential areas, of course, but when you go into districts where they start having businesses, every corner it's either a church, a pizza place, or a Chinese restaurant, especially in Providence, Rhode Island. I mean, you could have pizza every day for a month and still not go to all the pizza places in like a 1 mile radius. Everyone has their take on how they're doing pizza. And Chinese food is another thing. They're all over the place. And they're all so good. They're all so good. I'm a Chinese food aholic. But it's just one of the worst things you can eat if you're trying to lose weight, from the salt content and the soy and all that. So I'm trying to go 2 weeks, and then maybe I'll treat myself to something. Like they say, beef and broccoli is one of the more healthier things you can eat. And the wonton soup, that's another healthy thing. I just got to make better choices if I get it anyway. But we'll see what happens. Okay, who's still here? Who left because I'm boring them, and who's still here? This says 4 people, but I don't know. Sometimes these numbers are off. Sometimes 4 could mean 6. It could mean 2. I got 5 likes. That's pretty cool. Had some new people show up today. That's also cool. I always appreciate it when new people are here, even if they just come by for a few minutes. You know? Father Time, yeah, you're a listener. I appreciate that very much, because sometimes I could be a real talker, especially if I get on a tangent. But I try not to do too much complaining. In these live streams, if I have a sound bite, if I have something, I let people know, hey, listen, I'm going to be complaining about something for the next 2 minutes. So I I try to be enlightening or informative with these live streams because I don't take them down. Some people, as soon as the live stream is over, they delete it. And for me, I keep them up because some people might want to listen to it again, or they might didn't catch the whole thing. Or like today, I was earlier, well, it was morning for me, or early afternoon for me actually, and my friend Cart, she's from Estonia, in Europe, upper Europe there, but she now lives in Ireland, and she is. Thank you, Father Time. I try to be informative. I try to make these. I say a lot of things over and over, but I try to say other things not over and over. I try to say new stuff once in a while. I try not to be a broken record or a scratched CD, as I say now, to get with the hip crowd. Or CDs are also getting. By the time I'm talking about CDs, and now everyone downloads music for free, so I'm still behind the times saying a scratched CD. But my friend Cart, who lives in Ireland now, she did a live stream this morning, and I was there for the first half, and then something happened, and I ended up. Oh, I started my vlog. And then next thing you know, I forgot all about going back to hers, and I felt so bad about it because I try to support. She's one of my bigger supporters. She's at a lot of these live streams that I do, and Happy Cart Vlogs is hers. HappyKartvlogs. Happy Cart Vlogs with a V, and Cart with a K. But yeah, she's wonderful. She supports my videos. She watches every one. I do the same for her, and I felt like I had a senior moment there, and it was crazy because I don't know what happened. I missed the last half hour, but I like to go back and watch stuff. Like, she leaves them up too, so I leave mine up for the same reason. And that's why when somebody writes something, I usually say, for the benefit of people who are not here live, I will say something like, Father Time says I watch Happy's videos. And she is very happy. She's usually in a very happy mood. She's got a nice smile, and Father Time says, yes, she is a wonderful person. I agree 100%. Yesterday, I believe she did a vlog about getting into a car accident, and you never like to see that happen with anybody, especially somebody who's got a great attitude, and any car, like I say, I don't wish that on anybody. I've been in car accidents before, and my last car accident back in 2008, they said I should have died in. And the way that my car was hit, I was at a red light, and I was hit from behind by someone going 40 miles an hour, and it pushed the gas tank into a place where it should have exploded on contact, but God was watching over me. And, my shoulder got a little messed up. For the most part, I made 99% recovery with that, and I had a bruise on my arm, and I made it through. But that's, not everyone does. Some people get into car accidents, and a lot worse happens. So, yeah, you don't like to see that happen to anybody. But here she is, she got into a car accident, and she's vlogging the next day, and that's just great that it wasn't anything that she got hurt or anything. Father Time says, me too, put me in the hospital for 8 weeks. Wow, 2 months. That is not something that I would enjoy. I was, for the first time in my life that I was admitted to the hospital since I was born. The first time was in 2017, back in early May. And I've talked about this before. I'm not going to bore everybody, but I went because I was having heart problems. And, Father Time says it's no fun. It's no fun. I agree. 8 weeks, that can't be too much fun at all. But mine was, I couldn't get out of bed. Every time I stood up, I was going to pass out because my heart was beating out of my chest. And come to find out, I was addicted to caffeine, which anyone that knows me probably knew before I did. Between all the coffee I was drinking, and I would take Excedrin for pain, and that's full of caffeine. Then I was drinking in the water bottles, some of the Crystal Light stuff. I call it Crystal Light. Those little packs, you mix a little packet in with a bottle of water, a 16-ounce bottle of water, or you could buy the bigger ones for like 64 ounces for the half gallon, and it makes lemonade and fruit punch and grape juice and stuff like that. Well, I had bought some of them that were for energy. Now, I'm thinking it was something like a Gatorade, like energy that way. But for me, it wasn't. It was caffeine energy. So here I was between the coffee and the Excedrin that I was popping every 4 hours, another two every 4 hours, which Excedrin is basically, it's acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, aspirin, and caffeine, and that's what's in Excedrin. And every one of those Excedrin pills is like a cup of coffee, I found out. So, between the coffee, which I was having 4 or 5 cups a day, the Excedrin, which was adding another 6 cups a day on that, probably 6 pills a day at least with that, and then this water bottle stuff that had caffeine in it. I was so addicted to caffeine that it gave me what I thought was a heart problem, which wasn't a heart problem. The hospital told me they did what they needed to do. They got everything back, and they said, you need to stop caffeine because this was brought on by caffeine. So we suggest that you, over the next week, just cut back on it, which I did. I cut back considerably, and now if I do have any caffeine during the day, I will make like a half-calf cup of coffee with instant or whatever, do half and half. So now going from between, the equivalent of 10 to 16 cups of coffee a day, the equivalent of that kind of caffeine, going to maybe 1 cup of coffee a day, because if I have two and they're half calf, I'm gonna talk about like 6 ounce, like small or 8 ounce half calf. So it's like going from like 16 cups of coffee a day to 1 or 2. I haven't had any more heart problems. But at least they told me my heart was strong. For an overweight guy, my heart was strong. I had no blockages. They did all the tests on me. But hospitals, I was scared almost to death of being in the hospital. You have family members that get in the hospital, and here I was in the hospital. I didn't know what to expect. But it puts, for me, and I'm sorry to talk about, like, this is not the greatest thing to talk about, but it's on my mind now, so I'm just going to finish. For me, it put things into perspective about how you save things. Excuse me. You save things for the stupidest reason, and at the drop of a hat, none of that matters anymore. All of my clothes, all of the shoes that I had, the sneakers that I haven't thrown out, that that still has life in it. Like me, like an amateur hoarder. Oh, I can still get some use out of that. And my Chinese food container, all of that didn't matter because as far as I was concerned, I might not have ever got out of that hospital. The way that here I was thinking that my heart is, I'm getting a heart attack or something. Nothing else mattered. None of my stuff, none of my junk. Just buying a house 6 months earlier, none of that mattered. And that's how fast life can change. It could on a dime. In the flip of a coin. I wake up in the morning and I thank God that at least I think I have another day. I'm on this side. I'm on the right side of the ground. But yeah, hospitals are not fun. Visiting people in the hospitals are not supposed to be fun. Like on Star Trek they had said before, between doctors and bartenders, what they have in common, they both get the same kind of customers, the living and the dying. There goes my light went off over here. It's on a timer. Father Time says it changed my life for the better. I learned to appreciate life. Yeah, for me, going into the hospital at 42 years old, I don't take things lightly when it comes to stuff like that anymore. They told me to get off the caffeine, and I did. Some days I don't have any caffeine. Some days I'll just make decaf. Because I make a thermos for work. And then, I maybe have 1 cup while I'm at work, and I have 1 cup in the morning. And sometimes I just make straight decaf. And having no caffeine, it's not fun. Because, Father Time says there was a lot of caffeine. There was a lot of caffeine. And I never feel like I have a caffeine high anymore, because I don't. But I never feel like I'm feeling good anymore. And I never do. I always feel like half crap. I don't know what the other half is, but all of my energy was just fake energy from caffeine. Being overweight and everything, that's why I'm trying to take some weight off and get some energy naturally. I like to go for walks when my feet can handle it between work and everything else. Well, Father Time, me and you have been doing some chit-chatting over here. Hey, friends, Fun 24 is back, sorry. I was going to say, there's not too many people here talking, but that's okay. No one has to talk. we can just enjoy the moment. We can enjoy the early morning. I am tired, buddy, let me tell you. It's been a long day. Walking for me, and this doesn't make sense, but this is how it is, and anybody that works out will tell you this. You need to use energy to gain energy. And it's the weirdest thing. Last year, maybe about a year and a half ago, I joined a kickboxing gym, and it was one of the most fun things I did. The funnest, most fun, funnest, whatever the expression is. It was the funnest thing I did in my life, I think. And I took off a lot of weight doing it, and I used a lot of energy to do it, but then it was midnight, and I felt like I could still work another 4 hours. You know, like it was crazy. But I used energy to gain energy, and that's what I need to remember. I need to remember. I was playing basketball with some guys not too long ago, maybe back in December. This was right around the time I started my YouTube channel, right before Christmas. And we were at work, and we were done a little bit early, and one of the buildings has one of those gymnasiums. Small, I mean, big enough, but small. We were just shooting hoops, but I'll tell you, when you miss the ball and the ball goes, I was running here, running there. I felt so good. Just, I mean, the sweating that was, and laughing and joking with a couple of coworkers doing that, it was great, you know. I mean, there was some guys my age and a couple of guys younger, but it felt good because here we are, midnight, you know, 11 o'clock at night, whatever it was, just shooting some hoops, and laughing and joking and sweating and running, and I said, this is what it's supposed to be, you know. And then after that, it was like, oh, you get that adrenaline rush after, you know. It's like, it's hard to explain, you know. For a 43-year-old guy like me, being overweight, it was great to just go out and sweat a little bit and have some fun and laugh and joke and run, and I felt great. I came home and I didn't want to go to bed. I was like, this is what it was like when I was at the gym. I need to have more of those moments, because sometimes I could sleep 6 hours or 12 hours. It doesn't matter. I feel the same. Unfortunately, yeah. Father Time says, yeah, that's the way to do it. Make fun. You know, it's like, there isn't enough time. You got to make the time. Because my excuse is that I don't have any energy because I don't work out. And I don't work out because I don't have any energy. You want to talk about a vicious cycle. That's my excuse all the time. I don't have the energy to work out. But if I worked out, I'd have the energy. So stupid. But we'll get there, because I want to lose weight. I'm seeing myself like, 6 months ago, those pants fit me. And they're going to fit me again. And now with the summer's going to be right around the corner, I got to make sure that I can fit into my summer clothes. I mean, I wear t-shirts all year long, but, you know, my camo shorts and my cargo shorts and all that nice comfortable stuff, I got to make sure I could fit into that. Because they let us wear shorts at work, so I definitely want to fit into that stuff. So yeah, we'll get there. One day at a time, 1 minute at a time if we have to. I am bushed. I'm bushed like baked beans. Bush's baked beans. So I don't know when I'm going to call this. It's 48 minutes, almost 49 minutes. I'm going to stay for an hour. How about that? I'll stay for, I try to stay for an hour. I don't always make it, but I'll try to stay for the hour. Father Time says, time is hard to come by, even for me. Father Time, send me some more time. Instead of a 24-hour period, could I have a 48-hour day, especially on weekends? Could Saturday and Sunday be 48 hours, so it's like 4 days instead of 2? That would be really cool. I tell you, I love resting, and I love getting off my feet. But I love doing stuff, too. I mean, you turn around and you're like, what the heck? How did I get to be 43? Father Time says, granted. How did, you know, I was 30. It seems like yesterday. And then I was 40, and like, what the heck? Old crow. We're just talking about getting older, but you're not old, so you're just crow. What are you going to do? Stay for an hour? Yes, that's me. I'm going to stay for an hour. I try to stay for an hour. I mean, what's a live stream if you can't stay for an hour? I know people, I see, not that I know people, but I see people on YouTube, and they will be like, they'll do 5 live streams a day for like 2 minutes. It's like, okay. They treat live stream like it's making a phone call. But I mean, I don't live stream as much as I'd like to. And the night ones are very late at night anyway, for me. And I say I'm going to do it Saturday night, so I try to do it every Saturday night. I might have missed one in the last 6 weeks, but... Crow, you might be older than me. You might be. You might be. Because I think I know your age. I think you told me once before, but... I bet you that you have more fun than me. Father Time says he's 58. Okay, you're 58. Crow says he's 52. I'm legit 43. And when I say that, I had one kid that at work, he thought I was 28. And I'm like, wow, you really thought I was 28? It's I took 28 as like, you know, this kid's going to be my new best friend. I mean, I can remember when I was 29, everyone thought I was 21. I'm 43. This kid thought I was 28 because he's 31. He thought I was 28. I was like, man, that's awesome. I mean, people say I don't look 43, but I didn't think I looked 28. I probably don't. He was probably stoned or something. No, I'm just joking. He wasn't. Yeah, I'm still, you know, when I need to shave, I just put some milk on my face and the cat licks all this off. That's what my grandfather used to say. I still can't grow a good, decent beard. It takes me forever, but my grandfather used to say when I was a teenager, and you know, you shave even when you don't have to shave. He's like, it's peach fuzz. Put some milk on your face and let the cat lick it off. My grandfather was a geek. He was a geek. Always laughing at something. You know, he'd be one of these guys that would be like, "Hey, Jay, how you doing? Hey, hey, come over here. I'll put a couple of knots on your head." Always laughing about something stupid. He'd always talk like he'd pretend like he was gonna hit us in the head, give us a couple of lumps like you see in the movies, not the movies, the cartoons. Had my daughter at 40. Hey, Crow. Well, congratulations though. That never give up. That's what I always said. I mean, I wanted to be a dad, and it's probably not gonna happen. But you know, what are you gonna do? It just wasn't in the cards for me. Maybe God knew I needed to. I had a hard enough time taking care of myself sometimes. But if things happen, if it happens, I would welcome it. If it doesn't happen, you just gotta move on. I'm still a big kid, though. I always talk about the gamer friends that I have. Oh, I'd love to be able to do that. If I didn't have a job and was independently wealthy, I'd love to be able to sit at a computer, one of the PlayStation 4s, and do all that. But, you know, I just can't. I got too much responsibility right now. Crow says I have my second live stream. Yeah, I was telling Stingray was here earlier. He might still be here. I'm not sure. Stingray was here earlier. And I was saying before how I really can't on a Saturday because of only having 2 days off a week. Saturday is like the day that I am on YouTube the least, especially after my video today involved a lot of editing and stuff. And all the other stuff that I did that just wore me out. It was just all stupid crapola. But I missed so much today. And I tell people, like me, I leave my live streams up. Some people leave them up. And if they leave them up, I have no problem going back and watching things and still supporting and giving people the likes and the watch time and all that. Some people don't leave them up, but you know, some people, I hate missing some live streams because they're my good friends on here, and some people, you know, are not. They're newer friends, or they're people that I don't know as much, and they live stream a lot. So I know I can catch them a little bit easier if I needed to. Frankie, hey, what up, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm at the tail end of my Saturday Night Live stream, but glad you showed up. Me, there's certain people I hate missing the live streams. Even if I could show up for 5 minutes, I try to do that, and it just kills me when I don't. And if they take them down, I'm like, oh shoot. Some people take down their live streams. I forget about that. But when I'm at work, I keep my cell phone on my cart at work, and as I'm doing stuff, I can still listen. So I try to still be supportive that way, whether it's a live stream or watching a replay. But I mean, the live streams are part of YouTube. I love it. Frankie, thank you so much. I mean, you're one of the people, and this is the God honest truth. You're one of the people that I try to visit every day. You do a lot of live streams, a lot of videos, and it's always interesting, fun, entertaining. And people like you, I visit every day, even if it's just for a couple of minutes. I try to always show that support because it's easy to let life get in the way. And if I can't sit back and just visit the few people I try to visit every day, Saturday is the toughest day for me of the week for YouTube. Because I try to do so much Saturday, and then Sunday is more of a rest day. But Old Crow says, there'll be others. I'm amazed how people flock in. Yeah, and to me, if I ever have any doubts about whether or not people are supporting my channel, I just look at these live streams, and I look at the comments under my daily vlogs, and it's amazing how many people actually do try to be at a live stream, or at least will watch the replay, or they watch your videos. Some people, they'll watch my not my live stream, they'll watch my my daily vlogs every day, and they'll comment every day, and I love that because it makes me feel like, hey, I'm actually reaching some people. To be so new, in a few days I'm gonna be on YouTube making videos for 2 months, and to be so new and to be part of this whole thing in this way already, it blows my mind. And I want to be just as supportive to the people who are supportive to me. And some people, they have 2,000 friends, and they're not going to watch my videos every day, or they're not going to show up at my live streams. They got so much else to do, and I know that. But it doesn't mean that I can't go and support them, because I know they would if they had time. There's a Killer Shark is another gamer that I watch, and I show up in his live streams, and every time he sees my name and he asks how I'm doing, he thanks me for being there, just like Frankie and Southern Belle Gamer, and some of these people, just great people that happen to be playing video games, and they're good at that, and they can multitask by looking at the comments as they're playing all that, and I love all that. And I visit as much as I can to support them, and they support me back in a lot of ways too when they can. Frankie says Killer Shark is a nice dude. Killer Shark is I met so many people because of Tammy Lowe. Tammy Lowe, who does live streams, she was probably the first person that I actually met so many other people who are now my favorite people on YouTube through her live streams that she was doing. She's getting a lot bigger now, and when she does a live stream, it's harder to get noticed, but it's still worthwhile to go in there because the people are just nice people, and you meet so many people through her because she's a nice person. I met Frankie through Tammy Lowe, Killer Shark through Tammy Lowe. I think I even met Old Crow through Tammy Lowe, and it's just, some of my favorite people were met because of one person, and it's a great way to have that foundation for YouTube, for my channel, that was built on a lot of great people right at the start. So that helped me because they would watch my early videos where I wasn't doing editing yet, and I didn't have an intro or an outro or learn any of that stuff yet. And I'm trying to grow and do more entertaining stuff, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I usually fly by the seat of my pants. Like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about in tomorrow's vlog. I don't have a game plan. I try to say, well, what haven't I done recently? Well, I do a P.O. box run. I can't film that every time I go to the P.O. box. That's too boring. I can't always be in the storage basement. I can't always be walking around outside in the snow. Try to feed the wildlife and film that like once a week. And after the winter's over, that's going to be done. There's not going to be any of that to film. They all fly south for the winter or whatever. They fly north for the summer, I mean. But it's all, I appreciate the support. I'm going to keep growing to get better and growing to know more people, but I'm never going to forget about the people who were there at the beginning. Because it's okay to grow, but I don't want to forget any of this other stuff. I don't want to forget where I come from. Crow says, I was being bashed on a live stream a couple days ago. I was sleeping, but friends let me know, and they were in the stream defending me. It was awesome. Yeah, it's... sometimes I'll put myself down in a way that's like a humbling way that sometimes I gotta stop doing in a way. If someone says that they like what I'm putting out, my content, hey Henry, what's up? Good to see you. My thing is, if someone says, hey, I liked your video, my thing is to like to downplay all that, like, oh, it wasn't even that great, oh no, but I gotta stop doing that because it's like putting down that person's taste. They say they like the video. I should just say, hey, thank you, that means a lot. That's what I'm trying to be, more of that type of person. Instead of being like the self-depreciating humor that I have that's like, oh, gee, what are you, bored stiff? You're watching my channel. Oh, I don't do anything good. What are you watching me for? That's my instinct, to be like funny that way, but it's like half funny and half truth. But damn right. My thing is like I gotta just, when people say they like something, I should just take it in appreciation. And like there's a time for humor and there's a time for being serious. I don't want people to think that I'm putting down their likes, even if it's me that they like. Which I wouldn't understand why they like me anyway. No, that's my personality, how I say that. And really, my jokes are kind of off the wall, or even my humor might be a little bit too close to home for some people. But if I ever say something that offends anybody, let me know. I apologize for anything I might say as a joke. But I'm kind of like my dad, where, you know, my dad will my dad will see somebody that is, maybe doesn't have much hair on top, and he'll say something literally like, "Hey, why don't you take that helmet off?" Like, but he'll only do it with people he knows that could take that as a joke. And if there's new people, he'll say, "Listen, I joke around with people, and I say things sometimes without thinking. But if I say anything, and if you don't like it, if I say something that about you that you don't like, just tell me, and I don't mean by I apologize, and that's just my humor. But if I can't joke around like that with you, that's okay. We could still be cool. So he knows the people who could really take the zingers and who can't. But it's just, I'm like that in a way, but not so. I don't cut right to the, not deep down to the bone. I try not to be, but sometimes you accidentally say something that hurts someone's feelings. What are you gonna do? You apologize, and sometimes you don't think. But that's why we're human. We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. I'm never going to have the perfect channel. I think some of my videos have been real snoozers, and some of them have been kind of decent that I'll laugh at. I'll laugh myself, especially like the parody stuff, the Thai videos, and the thing about what the fart noise was making fun of something that Lou had done before, and I cleared all that with him first because I knew I was going to be making fun of a kind of a weird thing when someone farts on the air, but it was during a live stream and he had deleted it, so there's not even any way of seeing that, and people are going to forget that my video's still there, and they're going to forget his video because most people probably didn't see it that are on my channel. Anyway, I said, listen, I won't do it if you don't want me to do it, because it's kind of it's not making fun. It's making fun, but it's not. It's doing it for laughter and through, I don't know. Is it maybe it's still in bad taste. It's funny, but maybe people don't know it was making fun of something that Lou had done. But he was cool with it. But I'm glad he was, because it was really, to me, it was just a funny thing that I'm a guy, so burps and farts and all that. It's just, it never gets old. Just like the Three Stooges, to me, I can watch them a million times, and those 15-minute short subject films that they did, I mean, I still go crazy for them. Those little films, those short, they call them shorts, I guess. They're still great. I love them. I laugh like that stuff all the time. Never gets old. Anyway, I probably talked way too long about stupid stuff over the last 20 minutes. Crow says, when me and my buddy are mean as hell to each other, but it's all in fun. People butt hurt easy nowadays. You know what? Yeah, nowadays people, they run away crying instead of just telling someone to go jump in a lake. But sometimes the friendly jibes and insults, those are the most funniest things to me. I work with a guy who he's a little bit older. he has been collecting Social Security for almost 4 years now, and he doesn't have any real reason to retire because he has it pretty good at work and this, that, and the other thing. But I'm always joking around with him because we're really good friends at work. I'm always joking around and say, "You still here? When are you going to retire, man? No, there's younger people that could use these jobs, and you just hang around. You're already collecting Social Security." I know that's how we joke with each other, and it's funny. No, he jokes about my weight because I know we've always been that way with each other. I joke about his age, because he's 68, 69, and he jokes about my weight. He'll say, "Hey, how much you weigh now?" And I'll say, "Oh, I'm about 320 pounds." He's like, "Yeah, in each leg." And people think it's like rude, but we've known each other for like 14 years at work, and especially second shift. There's a lot second shift people. They get hired on second shift, and then when there's a position on first shift, they go, or they go into other places. And second shift is kind of like the people who've been there the longest are the people that want to stay second shift, so they stay in their positions where it's a lot of second shift work. So being a janitor, you get familiar with the people who have been there a long time. Because other people, they're around a little bit and then they leave, but for the old timers like me, 18 years second shift there, he's been there 14 years, and a lot of new people that have been there less than 2 years. So there really isn't a lot. You get really familiar with the people that you've known longer, and we joke around, and that's just the way we joke. But other people hear it and they might not like it. They think he's making fun of my weight and I'm making fun of his age, but we laugh it off because we do it all the time. And when push comes to shove, we're the first people that are helping each other out, and we know when it's time to be serious also. But anyway. Hey, this was a pretty good live stream. I think I'm going to call it. It's getting kind of later than before. I made it to the hour and a little bit more. That's pretty cool. Got 9 likes. If anyone hasn't hit that like button, please hit it on your way out. But, yeah, I'm glad I had a pretty good turnout over here. Not bad for early Sunday morning. And got a pretty good turnout, some decent people here. Crow's probably still here. Father Time's probably still here. I haven't heard from a lot of other people in quite a while. They might still be. Who knows? But, yeah, thanks for being here, Father Time. Thanks for being here, Henry. Crow's still here, of course. And if you're leaving your live stream up, Crow, I will watch it on Sunday, definitely. Because I got to show your channel a little more love. I actually made a list of people that I want to visit on a daily basis, or at least to keep checking channels for new content. It's up. Great, Crow. I will be there within the next 24 hours. I guarantee it, because you've shown me support since my very first video, and I'm going to do the same for you, because I appreciate you always taking time out to watch my videos and my live streams and contributing and being funny and everything else. But everyone, by all means, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm going to show all you guys love. I have my list of the people who are, I say my favorite people, but like the people who I know are 100% honest and legit about their channel and about my channel and everything like that. But I appreciate it. There's other people who are newer friends, and you get to that point if you get to that point, but for the past 2 months, I know people for that time that, compared to some people you've known for 2 days. You know what I mean? There's a certain hierarchy of how much love you're going to give people. I will visit people I've known longer because they've invested so much more time with me. And the other people, they'll get there too also, So we'll get there. One way or another, we'll all get there. Oh, sitting up, that's half the battle is just trying to get up off this couch. I tried sleeping here one time. This couch is great to nap on or whatever, but sleep here all night, oh, it was a terrible, terrible thing. Excuse me. I'm going to take one more sip of this, and I'm going to go. Oh, lemonade is good. Well, once again, I will say thank you to everyone still here. I love you all. See everyone in my next video, or in your next video. And tune into my other truth vlog that's going to be out at some point on Sunday. Hopefully it'll be entertaining. Thanks for being here, Henry, Crow, Father Time, anyone else here that I missed. Be good to one another. I love you all. Later. I'll be back, yes. Later, Nader. See, Crow, you're original. I love it. Take care, guys. This is the Illuminator, the Loom, and I'll be back. Bye-bye.